it's Alisha here, and today I wanted to talk about what is the main thing that's keeping you stuck, preventing you from living the life that you really want, from creating an actual shift in your reality, the thing that might be creating like health issues or any sort of lack. Essentially what is keeping you stuck and preventing you from actually healing or creating a real shift in your life. That's what I want to talk about today. And the simple answer is resistance. It is actually our natural state to be in a state of love. I don't know if you guys have read the book Power versus Force, but that explains the scale of consciousness. I'd recommend looking it up. You can just type in scale of consciousness or human body emotion scale. If you look at the scale, lower on the scale is like despair, fear, hopelessness, and as you move up the scale, there's like willingness and acceptance. If you move up even higher, there's love, joy, enlightenment, and it is actually our natural state to be in the state of love. So if you're living in resistance to what is, you're working against your natural state, then that is exactly what's keeping you stuck. That's keeping you in a certain state of consciousness, whether that's fear, despair, whether you're kind of moving up and down on the scale. But the reason you're not living in your natural state of love or actually creating any real change in your life and seeing yourself actually healing from a disease or a health condition or creating more wealth or relationships, the reason that that's not happening is because you're living in resistance. What you really should be doing is telling yourself, okay, if it's actually my natural state to be in love and to receive things fluidly and effortlessly and feel joy, then why am I not? Start asking that question. I actually do get to have, it is my birthright to have a magical life, close friendships or relationships, receiving money easily. So if that's my natural state, start asking, why don't I have it? Simple answer is because you're probably creating resistance somehow. You're resisting your emotions, maybe. You're suppressing them. You're avoiding them. You're trying to control things so that you don't have to feel them. You are constantly taking action, but not from an inspired state, which is just creating more and more resistance. Just like any sort of way that you're living in disconnection or suppression from your natural state, that is what's keeping you stuck exactly where you are and why you're not receiving an actual shift. So what I like to say is before you try any sort of tool or method to overcome something or move through a disease, an illness, an emotion, there's so many amazing tools out there in different types of therapy, for example. One that I love to share about is EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. It's amazing and it's helped so many people with PTSD. It's great for physical pain and so many other things to be able to release emotions and trauma very, very quickly, sometimes even within minutes. But even though there's all these amazing mind-body tools out there, and different types of therapy and things you can do to make an actual shift in your life, the reason that sometimes those things don't quote-unquote work or you're not seeing a real shift is because of the way you're going about it. Are you creating resistance even though you're doing these things that can be very nurturing for you? Are you doing this thing so that you don't have to feel your emotions or you can escape something or you're trying to get rid of something? Even though, technically that is the reason why you would try any of these things, why else would you do any sort of therapy? Because you don't want to feel a certain way anymore. But when you go about it from that state, like something's wrong with me, I need to fix myself, I don't want to feel this anymore, I don't like the way my life is, I want to change it, you're creating resistance to what is. And that's exactly what's keeping you stuck. So instead, every time you are trying a different mind-body tool, whether it's EFT, different type of therapy, Reiki, regular counseling, EMDR, hypnotherapy, acupuncture, you name it. Anything that you're doing, if you're doing it from a state of, I'm doing this to love and nurture my body, that is what's going to create the most for you. Because you're not creating resistance to what is. You're starting to move into a higher state of consciousness naturally into your natural state of love, rather than creating resistance to your natural state by like, oh no, I don't want to feel this, so let's just try to find a way so I don't have to feel this anymore. That's exactly what's keeping you stuck. People ask me that all the time. Like they'll tell me a problem that they're having in their life, and they're like, well, why aren't I seeing any change? I've been doing all these things. It's because they keep saying, how can I make it go away? That's how they word it to me. I feel this way, how can I make it go away? That's exactly what's keeping it stuck in the first place, is because you want it to go away. I mean, of course you want it to go away, but if you go about it that way, like, I just want to be anywhere but here, I don't want to feel these emotions anymore, I'm gonna suppress them, I want to get rid of them, you're creating resistance. So instead, if you could send more love and compassion to yourself, feel into those emotions, tell them they can stay here for as long as they want to. They're there for a reason. They're trying to tell you something. Dis-ease, pain, discomfort isn't actually natural. The only reason that you feel any sort of dis-ease or discomfort is because your body is trying to tell you something. Otherwise, you wouldn't actually know anything was quote-unquote wrong, and you wouldn't do anything. You wouldn't go to a doctor, you wouldn't see a therapist or anything, because you wouldn't even know anything is wrong in the first place. So that's why your body gives you these signals, this pain, this discomfort, this sadness, whatever it is. It's to show you that you're actually out of alignment with your natural state. So you can tell those emotions, that pain, you can stay here for as long as you want until I receive the message you're trying to tell me. Therefore, there's no more resistance. You won't stay stuck where you are. That alone is starting to dissolve those frequencies, energies, lower states of consciousness, and bringing you into your natural state. So I hope that was helpful, and if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and hit the bell button if you want to be notified the next time I upload a video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.